good. What I just noticed too is that I believe that in times of fruitfulness, I was paying attention to the fruit and not the source of the creation of the fruit. I wasn't checking into my vibration. When I think about it now, my vibration or belief system was still in the space of lack. What I was focusing on was still in the space of lack. So you're just looking at, like when we went to Abraham and they were like, you did not get in this hot seat by what you did sitting right here, right now. This has already been becoming in your experience.
You didn't just gain these friends by what you did right here, right now. Yeah.
People are sitting in the audience at Abraham Hicks going, I'm getting hot seat,
I'm feeling some kind of way.
And I hear her say it all the time, and they think, oh, look what I did. No, that's not how that works. And I think it's the same thing with love, with money, with all of that. Like, my level of attraction and my belief system in that space was not, it might have been that before. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's still focused on lack.
Yeah.
Do the work. Don't try to do it all at the last minute. Just do. That's what
because you're in a crisis now.
You do it every day. You check in with gratitude and appreciation, and every day. And then you make it an emergency, like your finances. Don't make it a last minute. Like I gotta eat.
I love it though, y'all. And these are what we do. And even with all the abundance I have, I still play these same games. I still play the game where I cut myself off and I said, okay, I'm not spending any more money. Then I gave myself permission to play with $115, rather than put the $115 in my savings. I mean, but and I bought socks because I had $115. And then I was going to buy y'all $5 neck things, but they didn't have any. Y'all was worth it, I was, so I'm just saying, like, I still play these games. I don't play I'm rich. I mean, I am.
But you don't walk around spending like it.
I don't. And it's fun to me. And it's fun to me.
And we say this all the time.
It's so empowering.
They don't spend.
Yeah.
I mean, wealthy mentality people.
They don't.
Yeah.
Don't y'all love how they call me rich?
I was watching. I looked at an Instagram last night when we were doing the movie, and it had Warren Buffett and Microsoft, Bill Gates right next to each other, and they looked like polo shirt and some khaki pants or whatever. And it was like $162 billion and not one Gucci built in the picture.
Exactly.
I was writing. I'm doing so much work with this right now. I was writing down my limiting beliefs about money. Y'all want to hear one of them?
Sure.
Well, top one on the list, I think it was 4 of them, was I'm not worthy of money. The other one
I'm not worthy of love.
The other one was about windfall. I feel like this has to be honest. I was like, I feel like myself, and I identify this with black people, is like we windfall. Your belief system is that playing basketball, getting a scholarship, like going to the whatever, hitting a lottery or whatever, but our mindsets aren't necessarily seated in building wealth, from the ground up, or having business owners and you taking on your daddy's business.
It's once we get this one lump sum, then we can do right.
Yeah.
And then my other one was, I need to know X in order to have money. I always feel like there's one piece of information missing, and I always get excited.
And that's amazing.
When I'm like, oh, I know that, here it comes. It's coming.
Because I always feel like I don't need to know shit. Yeah, I don't need to know shit. And they gonna hire me anyway.
I feel like
I'm just gonna tell them I don't know.
This video YouTube trick thing, or this process, or this thing I need to implement, and once I do that, then it's gonna happen. And the other one is, I think I wrote it like, money is for white people. Oh my God! No. I can't even look you in the eye.
No, because that is rooted in slavery. That is rooted in
It is.
It's
deeply ingrained.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people believe that.
A little bit of
That's what I'm saying.
And saying that, but I don't have, and it's kind of the same thing with love. Like I did not have a lot of examples of. Grandpa, like all of me and my grandmother were talking about this. Her mom, all the women, no husbands, nobody in sight. They were strong. They did what I did. They take care of business. They take care of kids. They single parents. That's what we do. So there was no example of that. And then there was nobody passing down businesses and da. And so I've spent some time in the room with white people who are talking about where their wealth came from, and I'm like, I've never been in a room with black people with us having that conversation. Me and you talking about where'd your daddy's money come from, or
slaves. Slaves, but they ain't gonna say it came from slavery though.
Did you get it for money or divorce, or did you da. I was like,
But you know what? Why I say a lot of people believe that even if they don't know they believe it or not. Think about when you see a mixed couple, a white person and a black person. You always think, oh, they got money because of the white person. They always attribute it because the white person. Like the white person bought the money into the relationship, bought the good credit score into the relationship, bought the, you know what I mean? It's amazing how lowly we think of ourselves even when we don't realize it.
It's deeply.
And I think that's why black love has always been important to me. Just to try to show something different with black people. Not to say I wouldn't date outside my race.
She said it. She said it here. She said it first.
But I'm just saying, but in my fantasy, always wanted like that black example of two black people.
You see, I grew up with that. I grew up in a neighborhood where I was one of.
I know Anwada.
And we were in my road, Maxville.
Sound like a damn fair, like a storybook city, a city in a novel.
You know, the Black Bayberry. Girl, I'm telling you, I gotta come. But very few families on my road, right? My road, I had single parents. My mom was one of them. There were families, husbands and wives. My girlfriends grew up with their fathers and their mothers. I grew up seeing that, but something was ingrained in me that says men don't stay around. And it wasn't conscious because I saw, that's why I believe in it. That's why I believe it, because I see it. Most of my sisters are married and they've been married with good husbands. I love my brothers-in-law. Almost all of them. That was it. But I'm telling you, this is what I see, and so this is why I know it's possible. But for some reason, there was something ingrained that said it's not really quite possible for me. And I don't know where I picked that.
And we kind of know where you picked it up.
Daddy.
Always
stems from Dad. You know?
It's amazing.
But I believe in it because I've seen it. I've seen it all.
Guys, you know, I mean, we are sitting here with a mortgage professional. Former and nothing.
Former engineer, former mortgage, former.
What do you do now? I don't even know what my friends do. That's the crazy part.
Underwriter. I underwrite.
You underwrite what?
But I'm still in I'm still in housing.
See, that's what I'm saying. We don't even know. We never. You know, that's the funny part.
I know.
We never really talk about what we do for a living. Like we always talk about all this other stuff. Yeah, I didn't know what she did till we started working together. I still don't know what she do, but you know, but she know a lot. She be smart, y'all.
I heard.
Cause I'm like, girl, you working too hard. Like, girl, really? What you writing that formula for?
Be like her team treat her.
What you writing? You writing? What you coding over there, girl? If you don't have a seat and come take this walk with me,
Let's go play.
Exactly.
But see, I think you're one of these people who it comes so naturally to you. You don't even think about. It does. You don't even think about how it's just
she
there.
retains information.
And so you don't really work for it, and that's why you don't think it's work.
I know, nothing feels like work to me. And I feel like everything should feel fun and easy, and it's always been that way. In the military was one big game to me, and I excelled.
Wow,
I thrived.
Wow.
You know,
and a lot of people struggle in that. In that environment.
I did. It was a game. Give me the rules. I will beat you at your game.
But you think about it. What if we took that? It's a game. For all of us, for all areas of our lives. It's a game. Why are we taking it so seriously?
Because when it comes to love feel like it's my life though. And I feel like it's my life because, like you said, what I seen and witnessed growing up as a child, people were losing their lives over love. People were losing their livelihoods, their homes, their kids, their sanity from love. So love felt real to me. That ain't no game, y'all. Don't be playing with my heart.
I think love is the one thing where you can feel very out of control. I can control my finances. I can control. But when it's another human in that relationship, sometimes you almost feel like you have control over some of it. But to be in that kind of a connection with the person where you say, I have to mind my business or I have to do certain things, that's the one relationship where it's a little bit more challenging. Because you messing with my livelihood. Like, you doing what you just did could ruin everything. My kids, my future. So I don't know if I'm willing to give you that kind of input into my life.
But you're right. But it should feel like a game. It should, because it's not that serious.
Yeah.
You know, just like, I mean, because me saying that about love, think about how many people said about the white man.
Right.
You know, but then it was like, why you get all scared? Like my grandfather used to get tense when it came to having to talk to the white people. You know, because to them it wasn't a game. People were being lynched.
That's exactly right.
People were losing their lives. People, exactly.
It's the point of reference.
Yeah. So it's like it's interesting.
They went through those struggles. They had those experiences. They paved the way to get us to where we are. So we're still talking about we're not free. Like I can't speak that way. I am free. Those
free.
people were in bondage, literally, physically.
And the thing for love is it's kind of the same thing where when it starts working is when you understand that you are two separate individuals that you hope to bring your best to one another, but you still be your best. And like when you want to complain about what's not being done, when you start showing gratitude for what is, you become so much aware of what a person does for you when you're not holding them up to some standard and you're accepting the goodness that they have.
Carla, how long have you been married?
22 years.
Wow.
22 years. And y'all see what that man did for her and her friends today?
25.
Oh wait, I don't know if y'all seen it because this is probably going to be its own video. But he cooked us the most amazing brunch. We had pancakes, we had French toast, we had salmon cakes, we had sausage, we had bacon, we had eggs, we had we had all of that. We had all the juices, the teas, the coffee, all of the accoutrements. He even went to the store and got her special syrup along. We had three
maple syrup.
We had 3 syrup options.
And then he goes, and please have her take it with her.
So wrap it up and take it to go.
We will not be eating that, so she can take that with her.
Did y'all try it?
And we had mimosas, okay? 22 years, y'all.
But he was like, tell her to take
That was just today. And homemade ice cream that he made.
You gotta rewind to last night. And don't forget, he brought our food for us last night.
He traveled far and wide. He traveled far and wide just to get the best pizza for us.
Brent.
Okay? That's 22 years. And I say that because sometimes people say, well, you know, the passion dies, or the this dies, or the that dies, or the, you know, after this amount of time, they just looking at you like, dang, you still here? You know, but this is 22 years. These are our examples.
Like your friends will come in, what time he has to go with the girls, and he was just like, okay, that's good. You in there with your friends? It's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm learning like that is everything because this means so much to me.
Yeah.
So even if you have that man that doesn't allow you to do this and rejoice because you have this, it's
I'm telling you.
Then it's not worth it.
If they have a man there, that's all they need.
Oh, okay,
I've never been that chick. I've always desired women in my life that are sister like my flock. So any relationship I've been in, I've never been that chick that because I got the man now I forgot friends. So when you get married, for some women that has been their story. Unfortunately, some husbands are possessive. They are jealous. They want, one man said, I'm not trying to do something wrong, but I love her so much. I just want to be around her. Like, I know I have to share her with y'all, but I enjoy my wife. And I was like, okay. Because at first I was like, what's up with him? I'm like, okay. He enjoys his wife, but he shares his wife because he said it makes you happy. And I'm not going to do anything that keeps you from being happy. So,
I mean, it's a lot. What about when you hear about the women who say, oh, don't bring single women around your husband?
I bring single women with their pajamas on.